I saw some communist flag somewhere. Hang it up. Hang the socialist dream. Yes. Oh my God. I'm blessed by trans beauty. Look at you. I'm blessed by trans power. How are you, everyone? I'm angry. I want to acknowledge that when I say trans, I include trans non-binary people, gender non-conforming people, and all non-cis people. My name is Badi, and I am unapologetically Moroccan, Amazigh, Muslim, and proud trans non-binary. I'm honored to be with you all, to celebrate your precious existence. And I feel proud to share with each of you the pleasure of trans activism and the pride of being loudly trans. I honor today to celebrate the celebration of trans dignity, trans solidarity, and trans love. This is a manifestation of trans resistance, trans anger, trans organism, and fuck patriarchy and cis supremacy of the health service system. The first time I pronounce it feu, I say vu. The few must know that we don't deserve to treat it this way. When I was 18, I looked in the mirror and I said to myself, "Dear Badi, you are trans. I can't hide that this moment was the greatest transformative moment of my life. And this changed my relationship with my body and my whole identity. Like a lot of trans non-binary people of color, I wasn't able to find people who shared the same experience of transness as me. My transness was rejected, and it was always a point of questioning. My transness was a debate, and it was never my own transness. My transness is a product of violence and rejection. Only my writing, art, and activism opened windows to me to express my transness and to discover my transness and my magic. It shows me that I am beautiful as I am. And made me appreciate that my existence is a cry for liberation. I choose resistance as the holiest form of my transness. In May of this year, I will turn 30. I'm Gemini. And I believe that I am fully valid trans person, and this is what trans looks like. This is what trans looks like. I want always to start my hormone transition and magically transition my body, but I refuse loudly that cis hetero doctors decide how my body will be, and I refuse that cis heteros validate my transness and steal my self-determination. I refuse to go to a GP and tell them about my traumas in my life and ask them to confirm that I deserve to be who I am. I refuse! I have the right to self-determination. Mathematically, I'm waiting for 11 years and still. People need to realize that our trans beings do not start by coming out Monday and magically transition Saturday. People need to realize waiting time and how much is complicated the process of transition. And everyone needs to know, to realize how trans people are forced to live in a way they don't feel comfortable with, and they hold all that fucking pain for no reason. The The government doesn't care. The government doesn't care because they don't understand, and they are constantly and systematically denying our right to exist and denying who we are. And our lives still do not matter. They're trans cuties, one by one. It's not your fault. It's not it's not any of us fault. It is the fault of the cis-binary patriarchal capitalist system. And trans activism is not just about pronouns, but about destroying destroying cis-heteropatriarchal capitalism, and we are on the right side of history and in the process of destroying the capitalist system that oppressed us all, because transness will free us all. Anti-capitalista! 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 Fuck capitalism every day. Our power will design a dream for trans lives over a system that was never designed for people like us. We will abolish the waiting list and make the magical transition possible. Transphobia, yes! Transphobia still exists, and transphobia exists because of the poor treatment we received. We don't deserve this. Including the poor treatment of the healthcare service. We don't deserve that shit. Transphobia manifests itself in long waiting lists. Transphobia is the state ignorance of undocumented trans folks' healthcare. Transphobia is the discrimination against trans sex workers that lead to the limitation of their full dignity and access to their rights, including healthcare service. Transphobia is the anti-immigration policy that doesn't allow trans refugees to have full rights and access to trans healthcare. And colonialism who bring this fucking transphobic shit and laws in our countries in the South, and we are still surviving the fucking colonialism. Transphobia is the ableist system and the discrimination against disabled persons, trans persons. Transphobia is traumatizing trans kids and the means of protection to trans kids. All trans kids, we love you. We are fighting for you. I call for more community care and accessible health care, especially for trans people with mental health issues. And to all those who survived suicide, including myself, I'm proud of you! I'm standing here in the memory of all our trans siblings that we have lost because of anti-trans violence and trans seed. I want to talk specifically about black and trans women of color. We remember Prisa and Angel. We will organize more and more trans dignity marches in the future, and we will protect each other, and radically we're gonna stop anti-trans violence, and we will call again and again, Black trans lives matter! Black trans lives matter! Black trans lives matter! I will end by saying that transphobia exists. And trans, non-binary, and gender non-conforming trans people should not fight it alone. For years, we were justifying our existence. We fight for our lives. We fight for the right to have a job and education where we will not be abused. At the same time, we fight against the waiting lists. Seriously.
Yes.
We should not hold all this fucking responsibility alone. This is call out to the queer community and all the people to stand up for trans people right now. No pride for some of us without the liberation of all of us. And there is no justice without trans liberation. And we call, what do we want? And you say, trans liberation. And when we want it, what do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? Thank you.